Hi everybody, welcome once again. What are your recommendations for Teams on Outlook on phone? Okay, so this is a very good question because Teams, it's just the worst messaging app. It's just really, really bad. For job stackers, it's particularly dangerous because it does a number of things that can screw you over. So chiefly on your phone, the app lets you have multiple profiles, but it doesn't dynamically cycle through them. What this means is that let's say that you have two jobs, they both use Microsoft Teams, and you have the app on your phone and you have your two profiles of Microsoft Teams in the app. Let's say that you are in job number one, or you're reading some messages from job number one, and then all of a sudden somebody from job number two calls you and you pick up the call. It'll show you, it'll connect you to job two through job one's email. It won't show you with the domain of job number two, it'll show the domain of job number one. And this has happened to clients before, it has happened to me. It also, sometimes if you're in two meetings at once in Microsoft Teams, it will leak the audio from the two meetings to one another. This doesn't happen all the time, but it has happened to me. But it wasn't clear. It was more like a whisper, right? Like, oh, yeah, I can kind of hear somebody talking in the background. What I advise, do not fall into the trap of having multiple profiles in the same app. Either have two phones, that's the safest option regarding Teams. But if you don't want to have two phones, what you can do is have Microsoft Teams in the app, just one profile, and then have the other Microsoft Teams in a tab in the browser. Those are counted like two different apps, so like they won't interfere with each other. Slack does not have this issue. Slack is perfectly capable of totally encapsulating and segregating all the profiles that you have. I love Slack.
Hey, Rolf here. If you found the content of this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow and get the word out to more people about job stacking. Thanks.
So the other thing that Microsoft Teams does is that it's spyware. Not all employers exploit it to all the extent. Not all of them are aware of the amount of spyware stuff that comes with Microsoft Teams, but there's companies that do exploit some of it. They link your LinkedIn to your Teams, and it gets like a bunch of information, like outside information that you didn't necessarily give permission to use. So be very aware that Microsoft Teams is working against you. The other big thing that sucks about Microsoft Teams is that it never kills your the calls. Let's say this call, right? Like we were having this call on Microsoft Teams. I say, all right, guys, see you later. And I leave the call and everybody leaves the call except you stay in the call because you were not really paying attention. So Microsoft Teams will just like keep going. It will never hang up. And if it's being recorded, it will just keep going. Once you finally realize like, oh my God, I forgot to hang up. You hang up and it says like, oh, the call went for 3 hours, 4 hours. And so it's just bad. It's just so bad. You can't just like leave it running and then go live your life, because when they hang up, when they leave the call, unless somebody explicitly ends the call for everybody, you will just remain there. Google Meet, after a few minutes, it kills the calls. Zoom as well, it has a time limit. Slack, I believe it also doesn't hang up if you're doing a huddle, but it plays music if you're just by yourself. So it gives you a little bit of warning. Be careful with Outlook as well. I wouldn't have too many email profiles on Outlook. One time I added 2 Outlook accounts to my phone's calendar. It would forward meeting invitations from one job to the other. And I got caught, but I didn't lose the job. I don't know, freak accident, could have been the calendar app. Has never happened with Gmail accounts, and it has never happened with like Gmail to Gmail or Gmail to Outlook or Outlook to Gmail. It happened Outlook to Outlook. I'm afraid of Microsoft tools. I gotta be honest. I'm a little bit afraid of the weird side effects that they have. They're not the highest quality. They do their thing, their basic thing, but there are so many inefficiencies, so many unoptimized things, so many edge cases that they haven't considered. I treat them as if they were radioactive. Two phones, it solves all your problems. It adds new logistical problems to your life, but it solves the danger.